Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rob's Rebellion. It's been a little bit since I've done another one of these. A month later, I picked up these two. The first Rob's Rebellion was the First Order Stormtrooper that you saw. I picked up the Stormtrooper and Kylo Ren, I believe at the same time. Man, I may have to go back through my channel and watch that. It's been sadly a month. I was saying, oh, hey, we're going to be doing Star Wars stuff. And then a month goes by. There's been a lot of DC stuff that I've picked up recently. Just recently filmed a Lego video review. I'm not sure when that's coming up. But the trailer was just, the final trailer for Star Wars The Force Awakens was just released this past Monday. And I was like, I've got to start doing some of these Black Series figures. So I picked this up. I didn't, actually, now that I'm remembering, I picked up Kylo Ren during Friday at midnight on Thursday, but basically Force Friday. I picked up the First Order Stormtrooper, and then the next morning when I woke up, I went around and went to some other places that I knew weren't open at midnight. I was able to pick up Kylo Ren and a couple other figures. I originally wasn't going to be picking up a lot of Star Wars stuff. I'm kind of loosening up a little bit. I'm not going to be picking up everything from the Black Series. Now, when it just comes down to it, it's money. I'm going to be picking up a lot of Stormtroopers. And then I think I kind of want to get Finn. I recently just picked up the First Order Stormtrooper Riot Pack that comes with Poe. So I thought, well, I got Poe. I probably would like Daisy or Rey, and then Finn both. But anyway, let's look at Kylo Ren rather than me ramble on about what's going on. He was really, really hard to find right after the original release. I think it's getting a little bit easier to find him. One of my Walmarts has not restocked him. The other Walmart was just on the other side of town. There are currently 2 on the shelf of Kylo Ren. He is definitely one that if you missed out on getting him, it may be kind of hard to pick him up, but you still kind of can. You just got to know where to look. He is figure 3 in the assortment, and let's take a look at the very little write-up of Kylo Ren here. Apologize about that one moment because my camera is doing something weird with the. There we go. Let's do this. Says, a dark warrior, strong with the Force, Kylo Ren commands First Order missions with a temper as fiery as his unconventional lightsaber. So Kylo Ren is a little bit of a Darth Vader worshiper. Has the Knights of Ren behind him. It's really, I watched Anthony's review on this, and it's really weird to be doing a review of a character or a person or a thing that we don't know much about. There's not much to say about this character of like who it could possibly be. Is it Han and Leia's kid? Is it a child of Luke? Is it a cousin of Daisy or Rey? I'm getting the real names mixed up. So it's going to be interesting to see who Kylo Ren really is. I think he's definitely going to be the Darth Vader of this new series. Hopefully he's not like Darth Maul and we get this cool character and bam, in one movie he's gone. I really hope he makes it through all 3 movies. So enough talky. Let's get this thing open and let's take a closer look at Kylo Ren. I tell you what, this may be one of my new favorite figures right now. I love the look of this, the way that they blended the cloth cloak in with the hard plastic. Looks really, really good. The weakest thing on the figure, I think, is the lightsaber. Just for whatever reason, I don't think the actual blade part is as good as the rest of the figure. I mean, it's still cool, but I think the Kmart exclusive, I think the lightsaber is a lot better on that particular figure. But wow, I love this figure. Very much reminds me of Darth Revan. I mean, it's like Kylo Ren, Darth Revan. I'm not saying that that's who Kylo Ren is, but I have that Knights of the Old Republic feel from Kylo Ren. There's no part of me that thinks it's Darth Revan at all. I can't wait for the Darth Revan figure that is going to be coming out. It's a fan favorite. I was talking about his lightsaber, so let's actually take a look at it. A very crude lightsaber that he has constructed. And I thought this was bent. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's got a warped lightsaber. But I actually think, in looking back at the trailer and just the images that have been shown online from the actual prop, I think it is actually bent on purpose. It's supposed to be that way. And I actually think this is Darth Vader's lightsaber. He collects relics of Darth Vader. Of course, if you've seen the trailer, who hasn't seen the trailer? But I think we're going to find out that maybe after the Death Star, blew up and Return of the Jedi, that there were fragments, being blown all across the universe. And this came to rest somewhere, and Kylo Ren took pieces of Darth Vader's lightsaber and made his own. Initially, people saw these little, outshoots of the lightsaber and thought, oh, that's such a dumb lightsaber, how stupid. And now people are like, man, that's pretty cool. I think it's going to be really cool, and the detail in this is really, really good. So, very, very cool. I think it's just the actual saber part that I don't like. I kind of wish there was some more color in it. I just don't think it translates really well into plastic. The hilt is great. It's just the color. I think with like Obi-Wan's and Luke's and Anakin's, even Darth Vader's, I think it was more of a clear red or blue or green or purple, whatever the color would be. I just don't care for this particular lightsaber. Again, I think the Kmart exclusive is going to be much, much better. So, still very cool. And I like how you can see it's not a focused beam. You can kind of see it's almost on fire. And I think that's the thing that I wanted to see, is some more detail and paint app kind of in here, more highlights of just the unkept blade that's just, writhing with energy. Writhing, there's a word for you. Kylo Ren. Very, very cool. I love the detail work in the face. Sometimes you do the cloth cape and hood, they look really weird. This is really cool. Very much, I think Ralph McQueen, I think if I'm saying that right. His original art for Darth Vader, I think, is kind of incorporated in here. Very cool. We're hearing my phone go off. I love it with the hood up. It looks cool with the hood down. Very much taking after Darth Vader. As somebody that would be obsessive, you kind of want to resemble your idol, and Kylo Ren is definitely doing that. I love just the stitching that is in the cloak. Very cool. There's his belt. It's a plastic piece here. I'm assuming it would probably snap somewhere. I'm not going to try and take it off, but very cool. I'm in really tight, but I just wanted you to be able to see the detail. The different folds in the cloak are really neat. It's kind of tattered and worn. Let's just get out from being in so close, Rob. And then you have the plastic underlining in here. And I've heard some people say they've taken it off. It kind of hinders movement a little bit, but I like it too. Very cool. I'm a big Stormtrooper guy, but Kylo Ren is really, really winning me over here. It's really kind of cool to say this is one of my favorite figures, and I don't know anything about this guy. And I like that. I like that. So let's take a look at the articulation on Kylo Ren. The arms go all the way around in a full 360. I don't think the arms move out at all. If they do, it's very, very slight. Now this one doesn't want to at all. I almost feel like I could break it or something like that. So if it does move, it's not very much, which I'd like to be able to get the arms up a little bit more so we can kind of hold on to things a little bit better. But I didn't get to the head. The head does rotate left to right. No up and down at all. The hood does move with the head, so that's kind of cool. So we'll jump back down to the elbow. I can get the hyperextended elbow here. So single bend, rotate at the elbow as well. Has a hand rotation, pivot at the wrist. So I kind of like that pivot as opposed to the pivot being here. It's at the forearm. So I kind of like that. Turns at the waist. It's got the upper diaphragm, so he's turning up here. The legs are on the T-joint, so he can get into the splits fairly well. Again, he's being hindered a little bit by the cloak and the plastic piece there, so we kind of put that up so you can kind of see what we're dealing with there. He has the upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Again, I really wish we had the double jointed elbow. No turn at the boot. Like I said, there is a rotation in the leg too. I think I forgot to mention that, the upper thigh. A nice ankle rocker on this guy. Very, very cool. 2 peg holes. So, like 2 peg holes. Wow, that's exactly what I want. Kylo Ren. Very, very cool. So I can't wait to start putting my stormtroopers next to Kylo Ren and have a really cool Star Wars display. And I'm picking up more Star Wars figures than I initially said that I was going to. I'm definitely not going to get the whole entire wave. Just probably after seeing the movie, I'm going to go, oh yeah, I want that character, I want that character. But I just want to have, you know, some little pieces of the new movie. And I tell you what, this movie is called The Force Awakens, we all know. But it is awakening the sleeping Star Wars child in me very, very well. Let's bring up some First Order Stormtroopers real quick to put with Kylo Ren and see how he looks with his Stormtroopers. Very, very cool. I can't wait to get the Riot Trooper up here. I may try and track down a couple other Stormtroopers. Anthony has sent me my Snow Trooper, so that'll be really kind of cool to get the Snow Trooper up here. I'm really hoping for a Flame Trooper. That would be excellent to have here. Of course, Captain Phasma will be excellent to have this edition. So I think Stormtroopers are going to be something, if I can find one sitting somewhere, I think these are going to be kind of a constant buy. Hey, I got 20 bucks, time to pick up Stormtrooper, time to pick up Stormtrooper. So it's kind of one of those, it's cool to army build. It sucks that there just aren't very many out there, but Kylo Ren looks great with the Stormtroopers, and this Black Series, for a guy that's just now getting into some of the Black Series stuff, yeah, the bug has bitten me. So today we've been taking a look at Kylo Ren from the Black Series, from Star Wars The Force Awakens. I can't wait. We are just almost down to 2 months, folks. Can you believe it? It's almost here. So, thanks for watching Rob's Rebellion, and coming up here on Rob's Rogues, it's going to be full steam ahead with some of the Star Wars figures that I've picked up recently. So, stay tuned. There's more, and some old Black Series figures that I've just now kind of found and come across. So, we'll see you on the next review. Take care.